Welcome back to the FoodBall Show. This is episode 2. I am here joined by the Dalai Lama of soccer, Simon Allen.
Hello, Renata.
To the left, we have FoodBall Harry.
Hello.
And to my right, Alexi.
Thank you for the introduction.
Today, we will be talking about groups E through H, and we're gonna start talking about my personal favorite team and the obvious winner of the World Cup, Brazil.
Obvious winner, okay.
So, what's everyone's thoughts on Brazil?
Well, look, I'm a Brazil fan. Yesterday, in fact, I bought a new Brazil top and cap. You know, everyone likes Brazil, especially the people who aren't rooting for anyone in particular. They play a great style of football. They're going to want to clear that 7-1 humiliation they had in the last World Cup, so they're going to be pretty dangerous. Although I don't think they've got the names as they have had before. Neymar being the obvious one in that list.
Brazil are one of the favorites going in. They got an amazing team. Firmino coming out of a great season. Coutinho, Paulinho, and Barcelona as well. And absolutely, you're right, Alexi. They definitely need to erase that memory. 7-1 loss in Belo Horizonte out in 2014 on their home field. So I think they're going to come out. They're going to show how strong of a team they are. And I think they're going to get pretty far this year. So
I think we've talked about the 7-1 loss, and we can never bring that up again.
Listen, I think everyone will be hoping that Neymar does play. Neymar is one of those characters that you want at the World Cup.
World's most expensive player.
World's most expensive player. And quite honestly, if you have to name some awesome players of all time, Neymar would be there. But my eyes will be on Marcelo. Marcelo has had a great year with Real Madrid. We've seen him, we've talked about him. He's one of the best defenders out there that can actually score goals, which I think is going to be key. But to be honest, there's a Thiago, there's a Danny, there's all these other top defenders out there that can essentially, you know, do that particular thing that he does. They're going to be vital in that. And the midfielders, we're talking about Willian from Chelsea, who's had a great year with Chelsea right now. You talked about Coutinho and Fernandinho. This is an entire team. Listen, I've always thought that Brazil's B team can compete in the World Cup. And I don't think that's changed this year. Now, will they erase the 7-1 loss, the memory? We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. So those are some of the key players. Right. Let's go a little bit off Brazil. Some of the other people who will be in the E group are Serbia, Costa Rica, and Switzerland. So who do you think is going to secure the second place spot?
Well, listen, everyone in the world is saying, well, who's going to be in second place, right? Because Brazil's going to be in first, right? Yes. So, Harry?
Switzerland.
You know, I'm gunning for Serbia. I think they're a strong team. And Costa Rica, Switzerland, you know, not really done anything ever really in the World Cup. So Serbia's my bet.
So listen, if you guys are going with those teams, I'm going to have to go with Serbia. We'll see it as the extra football shows are being taped, who is going to be correct. But that's the kind of funny thing about this particular group, isn't it? All eyes will be on Brazil. And one of these teams will have to surprise, right?
Well, that's going to be the team that's going to play and get the best result against Brazil. May it be goal difference or maybe get a tie. Yeah. It's going to be one of those teams.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's talk about Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea in Group F.
This is my group of death, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Germany, Mexico, first game, really important. Not a lot of people talk about Germany, and let's not forget, they are the world champs.
Right.
And Lowe being one of the best managers out there in the world, I think he's going to have his squad ready. And, you know, they got a very strong squad, young squad. We've seen what Kimmich has been doing at Bayern Munich. Right. You know, we're not going to have a surprise, but Germany always does well in the World Cup.
I'll give you a surprise. Julian Draxler, this is going to be his breakout World Cup.
All
so
right,
you look
nice.
for a young player.
Yes.
This is the guy that I've just looked at and went, I want this guy on my team if I ever had a team. He is going to be a surprise player for Germany. Alexi?
You know what? I think Germany and Mexico, they're a team-oriented setup. Germany, obviously, World Cup winners. You don't see them getting knocked down in the early stages. I personally think their manager is going to end up somewhere club-wise this season, maybe even at Arsenal. You know, he's really transformed the way that Germany play. They're much more youth and attacking approach. So I see them going in the long distances. Mexico, you know, we love Mexico. They always compete well, but, you know, are they going to get somewhere in the end? We'll have to
I'm going with Mexico.
I think Marylu is going to be happy about that.
Yeah. Listen, I really think Mexico will surprise. Because Mexico in the World Cup has never won the 6th game. Yeah. So this year, I think they can do it. Mexican pundits are always skeptical going into the World Cup about how Mexico's going to do. And I don't I don't particularly disagree
That's going to
with
put them
that.
in the semis.
Okay, listen, well, they want to go a little bit more than that. That's the whole thing. If you look at the Mexican fans, they want the 6th match. Juan Carlos Osorio, I think he's doing a good job. He's got a lot of sort of criticism, a lot of flack, but they'll try. I think they beat Bosnia going into this. They're ready. They want to play these European teams, and they're going to be ready.
Are they better than Sweden without Zlatan?
That remains to be seen. I think it'll be a shame that Zlatan's not going to be there, or he might not be there. But I think on any given day, if I was a betting man, I'd be hard pressed to bet against Mexico.
Well, don't forget that it was Sweden who beat Italy in the
People
playoffs.
forget that. Yeah, the playoffs were huge, right? I mean, if you beat Italy, talk about a devastating loss. You have to put some credit to Sweden. Good point on that one. But guys, I mean, literally, I think this is the group of death. I mean, I'll be watching every one of these matches with bated breath.
So I'm an England fan. Everyone knows that. I love Brazil, but got to stick with the 3 Lions. I've got to tell you, I'm very disappointed in the England setup. Rio Ferdinand, Lampard, and Gerrard on live TV basically said that they felt that playing for their clubs was more important than the national team, and they felt that the rivalries they had within the clubs definitely affected the golden generation. Now that to me is atrocious, to think that the England manager at the time would have put up with that. Granted, now it's a different set of players. I think they're a much tougher team, and if Harry Kane's playing well, if the Man City contingent are there, if the Liverpool contingent are there, and the Man U, it's like top 4 teams of the EPL, then I could see them really doing well.
Look, England's going to do great in the World Cup. I believe they will. But in the group stages against Belgium, I think Belgium's going to give them a run for their money. Vincent Kompany in that back line, I think he's going to mark great against either Kane or Rashford. And then you got one of the top midfielders right now in the world coming out of a great season with Man City, Kevin De Bruyne. And you got Romelu Lukaku that is scoring a goal every other game with Belgium. So look, it's going to be a tough match, but it won't be a devastating loss for England. They'll be able to pick up from there, but I think they're going to dominate England in that game.
You're also giving up on 2 other teams, Panama and Tunisia, and those guys are actually a very good team. A lot of MLS players will be, essentially who play in the United States are going to be representing Panama. We want to see how they're doing. But going back to the England thing, every World Cup there's this sort of roller coaster thing. All the fans are like, yeah, England's going to win the World Cup, and then, oh, maybe not, and then, oh no, England didn't win the World Cup, and then they're back to so it's just like a roller coaster.
And then they're back to supporting Brazil.
Then this exactly Brazil, or, whatever,
Agreed.
So I think I want to see that. I want to see how the fans are reacting. Now, granted, I do believe that this is like a very good England squad. We talked about Harry Kane. I think he has to be on form. I think guys like Jamie Vardy, if they're playing, Rashford has to be on form, and I think those wing backs have to be on form.
Henderson's
again,
terrible blow for Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Absolutely, but again, there's going to be a replacement. But again, is it going to be a quarterfinal bow out like it is pretty much every like the standard joke about England?
Well, we said the same thing about England in 02 and 06.
I think we said England essentially haven't really performed. I think England haven't really performed, in previous years to the expectations of the fans. I think this year they really could.
So are we going to see the England of 1990 that we saw in Italy in this World Cup?
Well, hopefully you'll see the England of 1966.
Yeah.
Okay, they won it.
You remember back then?
Shoot for the stars.
You remember when it was all on Super 8 millimeter film?
white.
Yeah, it was black and white. Yeah. No, I think obviously, there's a lot of folks in America and around the world that are 3 Lions fan. They're going to be going and watching this particular match. It will be up to the England and their actual players. Listen, the thing
Gareth
about
Southgate's done well.
kudos to Gareth Southgate, but listen, it always comes down to this in a nutshell for the England team, for the 3 Lions. There are always a bunch of superstars, but they're never a team, are they?
I would agree with you.
Okay.
All right.
Things are changing.
Well, let's see.
So enough about Group G.
Yes.
Let's move on to Group H. We have a really interesting group here. It's Colombia, Japan, Poland, and Senegal. Harry, what's your take on this group?
I love Colombia. I watched them against the friendlies against France, the comeback that they had. My favorite player on there, James Rodriguez, former Real Madrid player, Los Blancos. He's been doing amazing at Bayern Munich. Most important thing is to see how he blends in with Radamel Falcao. And he continues that dominance. I think Colombia is going to make it very far. If they could continue that, yet
What's
to
the
be
nickname
seen.
of Colombian team?
Los Cafeteros.
Los Cafeteros? Is that what you
Yes.
meant? Okay. Alexi.
I think Senegal is going to be the group winner of this. There are outside shots, but you know they've got some great players. Kalidou Koulibaly, who's playing for Napoli, scored the winner against.
Can you correct him on his pronunciation of that as well?
I think I'll leave that to you.
Go ahead, keep it.
Did I say that right?
It's great.
He scored the winner in last minute against Juve. It's a close call in Serie A, and you know he's going to be a great leader for them. I don't think Japan, Colombia, and Poland are that strong for someone to feel they're going to be way out in front. And you know, Senegal, why not?
I'm left with the teams that really nobody wants to talk about, but you know, Poland, Japan. I'm a big fan of Akira Ashino, right? He's the head coach of Japan. And if we're talking about the women's national team in Japan, I would put them up against any team in the world. But we're talking about the men's team right now. Okay, he's an amazing coach. He has a group of players that a lot of people haven't heard of because they're essentially based either in clubs that you're not really familiar with or in Japan. Now, on the flip side, Poland, I think, have the best 1-2-3 goalkeeping system, right? They've got the best 3 goalkeepers coming in. Every team has like some sort of a question mark on it. Poland have an opportunity to like be a spoiler. And there's one guy that I think that everyone sort of wants to watch for Team Poland and people dismiss. There's Robert Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a brilliant player. I mean, I've watched this guy live, and it's amazing what he does and how he brings a team together.
Well, he scored 5 goals in like a 7-minute period.
Right,
didn't he?
and that to me alone is enough for me to go, wow, don't essentially
of course.
dismiss
Don't
these guys.
dismiss him.
You know, they also topped Denmark in the qualifying.
Which is
That's
quite a
not a
big
joke.
feat,
yeah.
yeah.
If he plays just the way he did in the Euros 2016, I think Poland could actually be a spoiler or come second or even first.
Well, Real Madrid apparently want to buy him, so that's no joke.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think Poland will make things very difficult for the other teams, and I think that's
about it.
That's it. I think we've all done all the groups, right? Renata?
We have. We've done all of the groups. We've covered almost everything for this show. And now we're going to throw it back into the kitchen because we're hungry and we want to eat some amazing Mexican food.
Hey, Marylu Mijani here, and I am so excited because I'm going to be talking about only the best food in the world, Mexican food, and of course because of my Mexico team playing in the World Cup. So I am here with Renata over there.
Hey guys, I'll be chatting along and eagerly awaiting some comida mexicana.
And of course, the beautiful chef, Jaylene. How's it going, Jaylene?
Very well. How are you?
Good. Very excited. Please tell me, what do we have here? What are you going to be showing us?
So first, we're gonna make a salsa. What I have here, I already blended it, so I don't have to blend it on camera because it's a little loud. But I have whole peeled tomatoes, 4 serrano chilies, toasted.
My favorite.
And then we're gonna just blend that, and then you dump it with some cilantro here.
Delicious.
So I'm just gonna dump this.
Cilantro is such an acquired taste. There's some people who love it, some people who hate it, and I'm like learning to love it right now. And the best kind of salsa has cilantro in it for sure.
Okay, so we're gonna stir this.
Feels like I'm back at home, guys. Miss it so much.
And I like to use tortilla chips to eat this with. And I have some avocado here that I cut up, and then I'm just gonna add it to the top.
Wait, you're putting avocado in the salsa?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I mean, it's optional. I like it because I love avocado.
Did you dice that up?
Yeah, I already diced it up.
Okay.
I mean, you can use as much as you want. I mean, it's not a lot of salsa here, so.
So this time making salsa is not 12 hours like our previous episode where we were making Moroccan food, and it was a lot more elaborate.
Yes, it's really simple. It's really easy. It's my mom's recipe.
It's kind of cool because I feel like anytime we go to a restaurant, you have either guacamole or you have salsa, and now we're having both.
Jaylene, I have a question for you. In regards to the Mexico team, who is your favorite player?
I would have to say Rafa Marquez.
Rafa Marquez. Why?
It's cute.
He's really, really cute. So, I mean, that's my reason. I don't know about you. What about you?
Ooh, it's between Giovanni Dos Santos or Chicharito, Memo Ochoa. Oh man,
You have a lot more
Carlos
than I do.
Vela. Just I can't
the whole
choose. Can you add this to, like, for example, like tacos or?
I mean, yeah, you can
Yeah.
add it to tacos. I personally like it just with like tortilla chips.
Tortilla
But
chips,
you can
simple.
add it with tacos, like on the side. I don't know if you eat barbacoa, but it's really good with
Of
barbacoa.
course.
But
Let's show.
yeah,
So what makes it spicy?
the serrano chilies.
The
I
serrano
added
chilies.
that in the blend earlier.
And
but-
do you have to roast the chilies or?
Yes,
You do.
roast the chilies, but you don't blend the cilantro. because it's gonna become really, really mushy. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, I am definitely gonna try this. So good, it makes me want to salsa dance.
I'm glad you like it.
Turn. I am really curious as to what we're gonna do next.
We're gonna make ceviche next.
Ceviche. Can you please explain the ingredients on the table?
So here,
What do we have here?
We have some shrimp and we have some pico de gallo.
Can you tell us what pico de gallo is?
It's a mix of onions, tomatoes, cilantro. That's it, I believe. And a little bit of like serrano chilies or jalapenos. It depends on your preference. And then also we have some cut up shrimp for the ceviche, some green onions, and some cherry tomatoes, and lime, of course. And then also, I'm gonna do a little twist, and I'm gonna use marinara sauce, which is kind of like unheard of with this, but it's really good. And then also, I'm gonna use the salsa to spice it up, and it's called pico pica hot sauce.
I think the best part about ceviche is that it's the perfect dish for summer because it's light, it's filling, it's amazing. If you haven't tried it, you should.
All right, so let's do this.
Okay, perfect. So
Let's
let's
prepare.
move this aside.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
And then since I already have the shrimp cut up here and the pico de gallo, I'm also going to add some more shrimp. Here we go. Oops. So I'm gonna use my
So,
hands.
what do you do with the shrimp so it can look like this? It's beautiful.
It's actually.
Can we see what it
just
looks like?
Clean it a little bit, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Make sure it's clean. And then boil it until
Boil
it's
it.
red.
Ah, that's what it is.
So we're gonna mix this first.
And so this is shrimp ceviche. There's
Yes.
different types of ceviches.
Yes, yes. And then we're gonna add a little bit of marinara sauce. I mean, it's all tomato based, so either way.
So this is your touch
Yeah.
that you like to.
I personally like it a lot. And then we're gonna add this salsa.
And that do you add to taste,
Yes.
depending on how spicy you like it?
I add it to taste. I haven't tried this one. I don't know how spicy it is. Do you wanna try it?
Now, where is my Corona? Come on.
Do you wanna
Or
try it?
margarita.
I'll feed you. Spicy or no?
It's
You're
okay.
turning a little red.
It's a little spicy, but
Okay,
it's
so I shouldn't
perfect.
add a
I
lot.
think it's perfect. No,
Okay.
for me it's perfect.
Got it. And then we're gonna add some lime. Luckily there are no seeds in here.
See, but back to the clamato juice. Why don't you add that? By the way, guys, clamato juice is basically tomato. It's a mix of celery sticks, oysters, and it just gives it that like spicy flavor. So good. Can I show?
Sure.
Check this out. Try this at home, everyone.
Okay, so I'm hungry. How far along is that?
I mean, it's done. I don't know if you wanna see it.
That is beautiful.
And voila, that's it.
My stomach is talking. All right, so let's share, shall we?
And now it's time to dig in. Entonces ahora vamos a comer un poco de comida mexicana.
Hay que comerle, pero
Sí,
hay que empezar a hablar español para que no nos
todos-
entiendan.
Wait, I think we should actually switch to English. Yeah,
Let's
I
do
think
that.
the show's in English.
I feel
Okay,
bad
great.
now, you're right.
But you know what? You know how we should actually start eating? With a shot of tequila.
Oh, yes.
Bring on
Yes.
the tequila.
Bring it on.
Let's do it.
Guys, seriously though, seriously. Can I get some of that Moroccan wine from last week? That was so good.
You know what? Today's tequila. Today's heavy liquor. Oh, do we know how to wait?
Salud.
Wait.
Arriba,
Arriba,
abajo, al centro,
centro,
pa' dentro.
Pa' dentro.
Down the hatch.
It's very lemony.
So you guys want to start with the ceviche?
So the ceviche we have here, I also have some tortilla chips and tostadas. I prefer tostadas.
What's
with
the
ceviche.
difference?
This has no salt,
Okay.
but I mean to each their own. So
You just add salt to it.
I mean, this has
Get
like
some
lime.
low salt
This
tostadas.
is like very citrusy chips.
No, it's very
Okay.
nice. I like it.
That and it's just like a plain tostada.
Let's not forget about the amazing salsa.
Oh, yeah.
Salsa a la Jaylene.
Jaylene.
Pinto or
Those
yeah,
charo beans or something. I mean,
refried and then black beans.
Oh, there you have it.
En español, frijoles negros.
Oh, okay.
And what do we have right next to the salsa?
Carnitas.
Carnitas, okay.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about carnitas?
So carnitas is just basically pork. Not everybody
Okay.
eats pork, but it's really good if you do. So I suggest you try it.
And then here we have some tacos. This is just beef. These are tamales,
Tamale,
which is like corn husk with.
masa, and meat inside, meat of your choice.
Okay.
There's either chicken, pork.
I think these have plantains in it too.
And what's that one over there?
Enchiladas.
Enchiladas?
Oh.
Tell us about enchiladas.
I feel like you've been looking at this the whole time.
It has chicken. What else? Cheese.
Jeez, oh, that looks amazing.
I hope
All right.
everyone's having a good time eating this Mexican food because
Amazing.
we've been
It's
talking about
delicious.
Mexico, the team. Guys,
But there's other teams in the category.
There's other teams, but before we get to the other teams, because they're very kind of localized if you in the world sense. You know, the USA is not in the World Cup this year,
That's a shame, though.
which is a shame,
Sad.
right? Now, the whole sort of campaign right now is that, you know, there's a lot of Mexican Americans and obviously in the United States, especially in Los Angeles. So now the folks that are representing CONCACAF is Mexico. So there's a lot of people actually rooting for them, hoping that they can sort of show how strong this part of the world is.
And that's what soccer's all about.
It is really, and even TV stations, for example, are saying, you know, US is not here, let's go ahead and root for Mexico. But another big group of people in Los Angeles, right, is the Korean
Koreans,
community.
yeah.
I mean, we're literally
Oh,
a stone's
yeah.
throw away from K-Town. And they're in the same group. And they're not a slouch team. Korea in the past have shown, beating Italy in 2002, for example,
Wow.
that these players aren't the old school 60s players anymore. That they're fitter, they're stronger, they're faster. And so everyone's talking about Germany being, you know, the strong team. You can't count out Korea.
Well, who plays for Korea? Their number one striker who was just voted Asian Player of the Year again? Song Heung-min.
He knows Song.
So you think South Korea has a chance?
South Korea always has a chance.
Okay.
You know, South Korea, for example, when they played at home in 2002, no one had pegged them to reach the second
Definitely.
leg.
And they did,
They did
yeah.
it. They, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see how Mexico does. And on top of it, if you're in Los Angeles, I don't want to be anywhere near either a Korean restaurant or a Mexican cantina when these two teams play because it
Yeah.
might be electric. It might be dynamite.
So
I think it will be.
Yeah.
with that being said, where are we gonna go?
Yeah.
I say we put on our Germany shirts and like
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. My question was, are we gonna go to a Mexican restaurant
We'll
or
go
a
to
Korean barbecue?
We'll go to
I
a
say we-
Mexican
we
restaurant.
we
in
have our
K-Town.
Mexican chef here. If she's gonna join us, then we have to go to a Mexican
Well, see,
restaurant.
I think, well, I always, to that question, I say, why not both?
I love some Korean barbecue.
All right.
What if we get some Korean barbecue?
Right.
We get some tortillas. And
Right.
we put the Korean barbecue in the tortillas.
Yeah, but I'm talking
Wow,
about
that is an interesting
what
mix.
should we wear to go to a Korean barbecue?
What should we wear?
Yeah.
Mexico jerseys.
Where can we get those, by the way?
At Pro Soccer in Pasadena. They are amazing sponsors, and you can get 10% off anything you buy from them online with the code FoodBall. Definitely, guys, check out Pro Soccer in Pasadena, California if you're around. If you're not in California, head to their website. I think it's prosoccer.com, and you can get 10% off any of your purchase using the code FoodBall.
Marylu, how can these people who are out there watching us eat and have a good time enjoy us further?
Please, por favor, síguenos en nuestra página de Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at FoodBall Network. Also follow us on Facebook at FoodBall Network as well. And please,
YouTube.
please, YouTube.
Subscribe.
Most important, subscribe, comment, like, everything. FoodBall Network.
I think that's it for today, guys.
Cheers.
Chin chin.
Episode 2,
Cheers.
Mexico. Good luck to the
Salud,
rest of the
salud,
teams.
Good luck to
salud.
everyone.
No more
Thank you to
booze
our
nest for the
chef.
crew.